Decimus is one of the men who stabbed him the very next day. He's sitting there with him at dinner the night before. And they're sitting there having their conversation, as one does. As you know, a lot of final night scenes of great Romans and great Greeks are like these like philosophical conversations. And I think that's because they had them a lot, actually. It was very normal. And so
like the Last Supper for Jesus, there were maybe a few additions, but he was probably speaking like that most of the
days. They like, all right, here we go again.
Just a Tuesday.
So Caesar is sitting there as the conversation's going on. I find this really fascinating. He's clearing his inbox, actually. Because he's a busy guy, one has to, and his secretary's sitting there kind of feeding him letters that need to go out that he needs to sign. And so he's writing sincerely on them, signing his name.
Right.
But the way you do that in Latin, the custom is you write vale, farewell. So all through the night he's writing farewell, farewell, farewell on these letters.
And that's what you would have done typically?
That's what you would have done to say goodbye. But I mean, the fact that he's like filling out letters during dinner, I mean, this guy has got a shit ton of work to do.
Yep.
And he's just trying to it's brainless. He's just kind of, whatever. Yes. And go on, Cassius. Yes. And, but I find that striking. But at some point in the night, he proposes a theme for the philosophical conversation that's going on. Decimus is sitting right there. What is the best kind of death? And the conversation goes this way and that way. Somebody brings up the example of Cyrus the great king of Persia who founded the Persian Empire. Xenophon says, doesn't he, that Cyrus made all these arrangements before his death, that he wanted to be buried in this way and this should happen and so forth after he was gone. And of course, Caesar had read this book, Xenophon's Cyropaedia. And Caesar's turn comes to him and he says, that sounds horrible. I don't want a long, slow death. The best kind of death is one that comes sudden, swift, and unexpected.